realized that most of it was just Samuel Jackson screaming. Next up, we cut to earlier that day when Bob, Oswaldo, Joe Gage, and Channing Tatum arrived. Then, they killed Minnie, Sweet Dave, and all Minnie's workers and their stagecoach drivers, but left the old guy because he added a nice touch, and they just told him to keep his mouth shut. Then Channing Tatum hid in the basement waiting for the opportune moment to strike. So as it turns out, they're all part of a gang, big bad gang, okay? They'll have huge bounties on their head, which begs the question, how the fuck did neither John nor Marquise, who are very good bounty hunters, recognize any of them? I just want to go back a little bit because I have a few questions. Number one, why did they wait so long to kill John Ruth? Wouldn't it have been smarter to kill him when he was closing the fucking broken door in the beginning of the movie? And the only people inside the haberdashery at the time were people that were in on the plan? That seems like a pretty fucking opportune moment for me. Number two, how the fuck does Oswaldo shoot the vase of jelly beans from this angle and her chest at the same time? How the fuck does bull physics in this movie work? Number three, how can ultra racist, super fucking cunt bag old guy stand to sing this haberdashery since it's owned by a black person and have black people working for them? And number four, how the hell did Minnie not notice that Bob was Mexican? She literally had a sign hung up that said no fucking Mexicans allowed, without the fucking, but you get my point. How did she not notice? Whatever, let's cut back to the present time. They tell Channing Tatum to come out with his hands up, and he comes up and looks at his sister, then they blow his head off and splatter his brains all over his sister's face. And another example of fucked up bullet physics in this movie. This bullet was powerful enough to blow his head clean off, and he was positioned in such a way that his blood would perfectly splatter all over his sister's face like this. However, the bullet did not travel through his head and kill her too. It just hit an invisible wall. Moving on, Daisy, now mad as fuck and now the leader of the gang since her brother was the leader and she was second in command, so now he's in command because he is fucked, tells Chris that he has done nothing that she cannot forgive yet, and if he kills Marquise, she's gonna give him all the bounties of all the dead gang members, and the 15 gang members that she has waiting for her in Red Rock won't kill him once he gets there. Then Marquise shoots her in the foot to shut her the fuck up, then he shoots the Englishman. At this moment, Joe Gage reaches for a hidden gun under the table and attempts to kill Marquise, but this dipshit, instead of just stealthily trying to kill Marquise, kicks up the chair behind and makes it so fucking obvious that he's trying to shoot Marquise, who right now is hyper alert, adrenaline filled, and already has a gun pointed in his general direction. What a fucking idiot. So after Marquise shoots Joe Gage, he runs out of bullets to kill Daisy. Then Chris trolls Marquise and Daisy into thinking he's gonna make a deal with her, and he's like, "Soik, I don't believe you got 50 people waiting in Red Rock, bitch." Then he passes out, and Daisy cuts John's arm off, tries to go for a gun, but then he wakes back up and shoots her in the stomach. Then Marquise and Chris decide to hang the bitch like John first intended, and then after they watch her die, Chris reads the fake Lincoln letter, and I guess they both bled out and died. This movie gets a wild out of a west.
I'm the most fearless bounty hunter in the galaxy!
Survive the night, win $1,000. That's the challenge. This is the easiest $1,000 I've ever made. Sounds simple enough, except the game we're competing in, Dying Light 2, has just been pretty much overhauled with this good night, good luck update, making nighttime an absolute horror film. Hey, looks like the Jeepers Creepers guy! Here are the rules. Best of 5 rounds, each round containing its own challenge, like the floor is lava, last man standing, survive the night, and so on. No weapons, and absolutely no killing. The night is horrifying now with this new update, so we decided to make it all about surviving by doing what everyone should do in this situation. Run. This is impossible. We're never gonna make this.
Say so for yourself, dude. My kids are not eating ramen.
Welcome to Pulp Fiction. And we start off right away with these two peeps being all like, let's rob some shit. No, yes. Okay, what place do we rob? I don't know. Well, how about this place? This place? Yes, this place. Alright, this is a robbery. Nobody move. Stay out, you fat. Then we cut with 2 dudes driving around talking about weed and burgers. And they're on their way to pick up a package for their boss, Marcellus, from some that didn't deliver it or is hiding it from them. I don't fucking know. So they're like his gang members or henchmen. And Marcellus is like the big daddy boss man gang member guy or mob boss, I don't know. So they get to where they're going, they stand by the door, and dude's like, it's too early, let's go over there and talk about their feet. So after they do that for a couple of minutes, he's like, why the fuck is there a voice crack in my oh fuck. So they go there and do that for a couple of minutes, and he's like, yeah, now's the time, let's go. Okay, I feel like I could have gotten in right away, but whatever. They knock on the door and get in there and find 3 dudes. Jules eats Ferris Bueller's food. Vincent gets the package, or the briefcase, which could contain anything from a COVID-69 vaccine to a 12-inch solid gold luminescent dildo. We don't know, and they never tell us. They just look at it all the time like, whoa. Then Jules kills this dude, quotes the Bible, and they both unload into Ferris Bueller. Boom, next chapter we got Bald Brucey boy Butch Willis. He's a boxer. Marcellus is bribing him to throw a match, being on like pride, Shit, you my bitch, you gonna throw this match. And Boozy Boy obviously doesn't like that, but he still takes the money. Then Jules and Vince walk in and they're not.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
Yeah?
You know, it's scary. He says these things that are so smart.
Cool. Well, I should probably...
And he does these things that are so stupid. I just don't want him to mess it up.
Maybe get off the kid's ass.
I'm sorry, what?
What? What? I don't know.
Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher.
And I was just walking and this fucker comes and kills me for no reason at all.
Spider-Man, why didn't you already end that guy?
He didn't.
Not every hosting provider is built to deliver speed, security, and scalability for mission-critical sites, stores.
I want you to know that watching this movie was painful. But I did it so that others mustn't suffer, so that no one needs to ever go through this. You're welcome. Two Cats, which takes place in pinkish old England, with a bitch driving along by the Egyptian, which is a old defunct theater I think, into an alley to drop off a cat that the movie decided, or at least someone in production thought was a good idea to have look like this. A bunch of other cats that look similar and painful to look at, get her out of the bag, disperse, and then sing a song to her about Jellicle cats going to the heavy side layer. Decipher that the way you want. I think it means that the most Jellicle cat, whatever the fuck that word means, gets the chance to be reborn as something else in a better life, I guess, whatever. And 7 minutes in, the cats disperse again and leave the noob alone for the bad cat Macavity to introduce himself, a cat which can Thanos snap people away to a tugboat. I'm not making this up. And no one warns her about this, although they clearly have enough interest in her to sing a fucking song for her. And they just leave her alone to have a small conversation with them because they are assholes. Anyway, they finally bring her back to them again after dude vanishes, I think. They ask her what her name is. She's like, it's Victoria. And everyone's like, everyone knows that cats have 3 names. No one knows that. No one knows that. The one their owners bestowed upon them and the one they have for their asshole and their street name. I don't fucking know. I wasn't paying attention here because at this point I was too busy finding subtitles for this movie because I found out that this is a musical. The type where they don't stop singing ever. And I already hate musicals, so this makes it way worse. I fucking hate that shit, dog, because you inevitably always use more brain power watching movies like this as opposed to really hard movies to understand like Inception or some shit. Just because they keep linguistically contorting normal ass words into unrecognizable monstrosities to fit a melody or pick out some of the most obscure words in the English language to rhyme together to convey a simple fucking point, and you're sitting there trying to decipher the fucking Rosetta Stone of linguistic fucktuckery while listening to the next Nazi Enigma code musical line they're throwing at you next. God damn it. Moving on. They sing and look hella ugly while they dance, sing some more about how all the jellyfish cats meet once a year for a Jellicle ball to get chosen to go to the heaviside layer. Vicky asks to see who the candidates for going to the heaviside layer is, and the first candidate they show her is this lazy fat ass Garfield cat that also sings and dances and takes off her skin basically to reveal underneath that she's wearing the dancing vest type clothing. You know what it is, look at it. And after she's done singing her song, Rum Tum Tug Guy Cat sings about himself. Doesn't matter what he sings about for himself. Garfield cat throws some shade at him by saying this. Then checks out Orlando Bloom's balls. What are you checking? No one has balls in this movie. There is literally no discernible genitalia at all in this movie. They're all just smooth bulges that are very...
Excuse me? The sign in your window clearly said, now hiring all positions. So what do you mean I can't apply for a full Nelson, meaning past respect?
Nah, you gotta say it first.
Call for backup.
What?
Call.
Come on.
Please just call for.
Yeah, I already